Alita Battle Angel is a film that right after Avatar came out, I looked on IMDb and I saw that James Cameron's next film that he was directing was Alita Battle Angel. I think maybe at that time it was called Battle Angel Alita. I don't remember. But I followed this thing for a long, long time. And my buddy pointed something out to me that I actually, at first I was like, come on, that can't be true. And then when I thought about it for a minute, I was like, oh my God, that is true. James Cameron has only directed one film in the last 22 years. That's crazy. I did not realize that Titanic was that old, and that obviously Avatar is the only big budget movie that he's directed in 22 years. Now, of course, he did not direct this. He only wrote and produced it. But, you know, I knew with his name attached that this was going to be something special when it came to the visual effects side of things. Because every time that this guy comes into a film, whether it be The Terminator or Titanic or Avatar or something, it's going to reinvent the way we look at films and the way that, you know, CGI artists and, you know, visual effects artists and people start to up the game so that, you know, we can further along the spectacle of film. And Cameron is just a master with this. He's done it many, many times. And I have no doubt that once the Avatar 2, 3, 4, 5 that he supposedly has written and going to do, and now that Disney has purchased Fox and whatnot and is going to have the rights to Avatar, I honestly believe that Cameron waited for Disney to make that so that they would probably foot the $1 billion bill that he has on those, and he'll probably shoot them all back to back. But I do think those are going to happen eventually. I know a lot of people are naysayers because they became the films that were cool to hate. I can't stand when people hate films just to hate them. Anyways, I haven't talked about Alita enough yet. I just wanted to talk about my experience on the build-up to this and all the waiting that I had done. Robert Rodriguez is a director that, while I like a lot of his films, he's made some really fun stuff all the way back to his very first $5,000 freaking movie. I think it was $5,000. El Mariachi and Desperado and freaking From Dusk Till Dawn is a favorite. This is a vampire movie of mine, and Planet Terror, and the list goes on and on. The guy has some fun flicks, but his films aren't really that great when it comes to subject. You know, they're more just flashy, and I feel like he's a good fit for this because this film has a pretty basic storyline. You're not going to go into this and get some deep, you know, crazy, in-depth, stuff. That's just not going to happen with this kind of film. But I went to the IMAX to see this movie in 3D. I never do that. I just don't. But I knew that with Cameron's name attached, that this was going to be something to experience. And I wanted to do it in the way that it was intended to be seen. And it was in the IMAX 3D. And I paid for that. I went and I paid the extra like $5 to do this, and it was worth every cent. I sat down and I wasn't sure. I was like, all right, I hope this doesn't make me too dizzy, because that happened with Avatar, even though it was beautiful and crazy effects and all this. But this time I sat down and I put them on, and the trailer for How to Train Your Dragon, whatever the new one's called is, came on, and it was incredible. The 3D was, seriously, the dragon and the guy, they looked like they were sitting there in front of me. It was wild. I was like, holy shit. Like 3D has really advanced since the last time I saw it, which the last time I saw it, I want to say, it wasn't Avatar, but it wasn't far after. And it wasn't anywhere near that good. Avatar wasn't this good. And then Alita came on, and man, I was just mind blown. The special effects, the visual effects in this movie are just astonishing. Like, I see people online, and some of them are like, oh, whatever, it was boring, or boring. I don't get that one, but we're so fucking spoiled if you look at this movie and go, meh. Like, you could put the story, you put everything aside and just look at it visually, and it's just absolutely remarkable, astonishing. Like, I sat there just kind of, I don't know, like I felt like I was in the future or something. I know I'm sounding a little ridiculous here, but I was just like, holy fuck, we're spoiled. Holy fuck. Look how far visual effects have come just in the last 20 years or so. And getting to the movie itself, outside of the visuals, because yes, it's a big spectacle, and I tried not to get too entranced by the pretty lights, as hard as that was to ignore. Christoph Waltz is in this, which I've been a big fan of since seeing him in Inglourious Basterds, and then further into Django Unchained, which is probably my favorite character he's played. And he's had other roles that I've liked, but Quentin Tarantino definitely utilizes that guy the best. But there is and this, of course, immediately makes me the target audience. There's a daddy-daughter type scenario going on here between his character, Ido, and Alita. And just the whole way that plays out, the character of Alita is so cute and so endearing, and you just want to root for her. She's this fish out of water type character. She doesn't really remember anything. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know where she comes from. And so she's walking around in this futuristic world, much like us, and she's in the dark about a lot of things, and she's very curious, and she's intrigued by all the things around her, and she has this very whimsical nature to her. She's, she doesn't really fit that world either. A lot of people, they live in the slums, so they're in a bad mood, and everything around her is very dirty and lived in and ugly, and she's so optimistic and cute, and I just loved that. I loved that about her, and she had such grit and determination, and she wasn't tainted by this ugly world that everyone had lived in. She was just so hopeful, and it was really sweet to watch. And her relationship between her and Christoph Waltz just really got to me. It just worked so damn well. Anytime that you can establish a daddy-daughter type thing going on, like the one they had in Logan, or whatever, it doesn't have to be dad and daughter. It just has to be an older man and a younger little girl that looks at him like a father. He looks at her as a daughter, whatever. You pretty much instantly have me hooked. Throw in incredible visuals, these stunning action set pieces. Holy shit. Every time action was on the screen, I was just sitting there like, I was smiling the entire film. I was just like, I look like an idiot. I wish someone was filming me so I could show you like a clip of me being like it was fucking, I felt stupid, man. I was like, what the hell I was doing. The only time that I even got pulled out of the movie was when some bitch in front of me was fucking around on her phone, playing with some game, because I guess she was bored. I don't know what the fuck she was looking at, but I was just like, put your fucking phone away, bitch. I wanted a Alita, battle crusher. And people are saying, oh, Jennifer Connelly and Marshall Ali, how the fuck do you say his name, are underused. And I can understand where they're coming from, but I was just so invested in Alita and Christoph Waltz's character, and then another male character. I'm sure you can guess how he plays into the movie. I was so into them that, and all the villains and all the baddies that were coming around, because everyone is, they got these biomechanic upgrades, and people have all these robotic limbs and whole bodies, and the way they look, it's just stunning. I know it's hard. I try to disconnect myself from just the spectacle, but it's very, very hard. But as far as the story, just trying to take myself away yet again, I did enjoy it. It did work for me. And I don't know how it will hold up when it comes home and it's not in 3D and it's not on this enormous screen. I still think I'll find it very sweet, and I'll still be rooting for Alita the whole way through, because she just got me. As far as I know a lot of people are talking about how her face and all that just doesn't look real. Well, yeah, she has these huge bulging eyes. She doesn't look human, but she looks human. And a lot of people have mentioned like the uncanny valley type thing and whatnot. Yeah. Does it look exactly perfectly like a human with big eyes? Not exactly, but it's so close. It's so close. Oh man, when you see it on the big screen in the IMAX, and every pore in her face, every little tear duct, everything. Oh my God, the intricacies of that body that she has on, and there's all these openings so you can see the mechanics inside and the way it moves inside. It's so beautiful. Oh my God, I could look at it all damn day. They couldn't even have had a storyline. I wouldn't have cared. I would have just been like, wow, fuck, this is awesome. So as you can tell, I was a big fan. I went on Letterboxd. I gave this a 5 out of 5. Just purely off of the fact that I was blown away that much when I walked out of the theater. I was buzzing. I just couldn't wait. I got on my phone. I was like, guys, gotta go see this IMAX 3D. Pay extra. I don't care. If you're into visual spectacles, check this shit out. It is worth your eyeballs time. Fuck, all right, I'm done. I loved it. I had such a great time. I hope they make a sequel. I hope this does really well in theaters and we do get to see a sequel, because it's definitely left wide open for one, and I will be there opening damn night. So, James Cameron, you did it again, man. You changed the way films should look, and I hope that we can further improve it to be me blown away even more when the next film comes out. So I feel giddy, man. I feel like a little kid that just got out of the theater after seeing something that I'm gonna remember. You know, I don't know, that's how I feel. All right, call me crazy. Adios.